thought the biggest difference was just purely execution. I thought our preparation, the message we gave to the guys has been consistent. Everything leading up to it, for the most part, has been really consistent that we've done, the previous games. I think just the difference was just purely execution on both sides of the ball. Defensive, we got shutouts, and we scored a goal. So, and all the things that led to those things, just the little details on both sides that really helped. And yeah, considering the teams had a little bit different strengths, and we played two different types of attacking teams and defending teams. It was really good for the guys to get those wins.
Coach, 7-5-2 on the year. It's crazy to think about you're behind the 8 ball just making the conference tournament. As good of a season as you have had and as much promise as this side has shown, still going to have to battle it out in these last 2 matches. We just kind of talked about all the different scenarios, but the only thing you can control is 2 wins this week. What are you going to have to do to get those 2 wins at St. Mary's and then back at home on Saturday?
Well, obviously it's tough to win on the road for most teams, and the conference that still be the case. If you look at the schedule for everyone, it's really challenging. So we're gonna, like I said, be consistent in our message, and really just focus a little bit more on some of the details that'll help us. The first time we played them, it was a really close match. It could have been 0-0, 1-1, 2-2, 3-3 even. So. It's a good matchup for us and for them, so we're going to just try to really buckle down on, like I said, some of the details that really helped us be successful in the last 2 games and the previous games as well.
Coach, 2 teams that you've played before this year, do you feel like that's an advantage when you're basically in a must-win? Do you feel like it's an advantage to have already played them or a disadvantage?
I really am indifferent about that, to be honest with you. I don't know, because it was so early. They've changed, we've changed, so I don't know where the disadvantages may be or the advantages. So we're really focusing on, again, just some of the things that we know we can do better, and some of the things that we can really try to be consistent about.
Coach, Saturday night against DBU will be the final home game, final time most of our seniors will step foot on the field here on campus. Just kind of what has this senior class meant to you, taking the journey through the Division II transition with you, some of them and then others coming in and having one of, the best season so far of the Division II era in your program?
Yeah, it's really a special group, especially the 4-year guys, just the lessons that they've learned through the years and just seeing those guys grow, not just as soccer players, but as people and as students. And I was telling them the other day, there's not many areas that or many places where they could go and they can excel in the sport that they love. They have a really good talent and skill. They're young men of good character. They do well academically. They've supported our community and with their service. So there's a lot of attractability to those types of guys, and that we can be a platform for them to actually enhance those qualities and for them to grow in those areas. It's been really special over those years, especially that transition from Division III to Division II, where a lot of people think, you're going to Division II, you're going to lose a lot of that, and that has definitely not been the case for us, for sure. So I think the program is really sustainable, and the guys have really been a proof of that.
Coach, pair of 3-0 victories last week. Is it something that you did kind of tactically different as far as, we've been out shooting the last 3 opponents that we've played, but is it something tactically different, to lead to those goals, or do you think just kind of everything's finally gelling together and the offense is really just clicking on all cylinders?
No, like you said, we've had opportunities. I think and you look at the goals we've scored versus some of the goals that we didn't score. The goals that we've scored lately have been even more difficult than some of the opportunities we had earlier, where they weren't as difficult chances, and we yet just didn't score those. So I think it really is just about a little bit more focus and a little bit more, not just focus, but zoned in focus, like, hey, this is necessary. So they really, like I said, pay attention to the stuff that leads to it. And it's worked out. I mean, look at Lucas' goal. You don't see that every day. Some of those goals are very challenging. But like I said, some of the opportunities we had when we weren't scoring goals, they weren't as challenging, and yet we weren't putting them in the back of the net or whatever, or we were giving up goals from a defensive standpoint where we were just doing small things defensively that we're not doing now.